Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for July 1st, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 12, and if you add the 1 and the 2 together, you get the number 3. As we shift into the new month of July, the numbers back up one step, giving us a chance to regroup and catch up. We are probably going to need that moment to breathe, and I am going to take full advantage of it, because the rest of this year is going to be a doozy. Today you realize that life is about constant change and it becomes a wild ride every once in a while. And now we are coming into this time of intense transformation. Remember that you wanted to be here at this moment in time. Remember that you are built for this moment, and know that you have tools and resources that others will probably need to support them going forward. You are not alone. We are all in this together. Once you realize where your supports lie and those that love you, things will calm down and you will be able to move forward calmly. The astrology today. Saturn goes retrograde and moves out of Aquarius and back into Capricorn. You are about to be tested in a very different way. Before you can move into the more integrative energies of Saturn in Aquarius, humanity needs to get your home base in order. Things have to be turned around. But it will feel like you're trying to turn the Titanic when it is too late. You know you are going to hit the iceberg, but you have to at least try to save the boat. Perhaps that boat will not sink. Perhaps you can get most of the people off the boat. Perhaps a disaster can be averted. And that's what we are hoping for, and that's what we're aiming towards. Mercury will square Chiron, and it makes the insecure more strained and dangerous. Criticism and or feedback will feel like an outright attack to some. You may feel that you do not know what to decide. You begin to doubt many things, and that can cause defensiveness as your towers of beliefs feel as if they are tumbling down and reveal themselves as the superstitions that they really are. Your ability to read the thoughts and intentions of another are not clear at this time. Listen, be kind, be clear, and communicate from your heart. Miscalculations can make you more vulnerable, but it is hard to know when you are stepping into the hole. It is a confusing moment today. The moon moves this evening out of Scorpio, thank goodness, and into Sagittarius. Truth is becoming more important and change is catching fire. Okay, so a little overview on the astrology for the month of July. In all honesty, this next week is probably one of the worst weeks of the year. It's going to be a humdinger. It'll be interesting to see how this manifests. Like I said, being an astrologer and a psychic, you can feel a pattern, you can feel an energy coming in, but you actually don't exactly sometimes know how that's going to pinpoint. So I knew that this pattern was coming in this year, and honestly, I was greatly relieved when it showed up as COVID, because it could have shown up a number of other different worse ways. And so I'm like, oh, great, we all get a timeout. Oh, great, we have been sent to our rooms so that we actually have to reevaluate our choices and decisions. Oh, great, we're learning to reprioritize. Oh, great, we're looking at how much of our life is based on ego and running around, and maybe we should be looking at things differently. So, as we go into this month of July with all of the intensity that's here, it'll be interesting to see how it's going to look. I mean, I have some of my ideas. I'm nervous about the stock market really plummeting, and I'm nervous about everything just kind of getting pulled into kind of a depression, recession thing again. How we respond, as we move forward is going to make all the difference in the world. So if there was ever a moment that the universe needed to remind you that you are not in charge of this reality, July is going to be that month. Mercury, the communicator, continues to mess up things during its retrograde cycle in Cancer until the 12th. And it is in its half of its cycle, right now, which brings a lot of delays, changes, and annoying little problems. You can try to make plans, but stay flexible because major changes are in the works. Venus has recently turned direct, so it is time to focus on the areas of relationship and money. Review your financial obligations and responsibilities. Protect your assets. things are going to get bumpy. And remember, the delay for taxes from April is now July 15th. Okay, so that also is happening right here. July 4th and 5th brings the final Capricorn lunar eclipse for the next several years. Look at what you are going to need to protect and nurture to help those that you love. Take a look at the projects that you need to finish up before 2021, and take the 4th of July weekend to dive into those and get them handled. Volatile Mars is now in aggressive Aries into early January of 2021, an unusually long time due to its coming retrograde cycle in September, making it continue all the way through January of 2021. So this makes me nervous because with all the other astrology with this, you've got that spark, and that spark is kind of in a fireworks factory and it sets everything off right here. And 2021 will be a significant energy shift. Therefore, it's time to get things organized and look at things differently right now, because nothing that you think you've got structured is going to actually end up being the structure in January of 2021. So you can try to plan. I try to plan. Everybody tries to plan, but I have to stay super loose because, otherwise it's going to get really weird. Okay, so I am borrowing Dresden James's quote today, so I did not do one of my own, but it was just so good I had to use it. So when a well-packaged web of lies has been sold gradually to the masses over generations, the truth will seem utterly preposterous, and its speaker a raving lunatic. I love that. It was great. So I did not do a blog today simply because I am rushing and trying to get to my mom. So my mom actually is 84 years old, and so she has a sleep disorder, and she sleepwalks occasionally, and she slammed into the wall and fell and broke her back. So she can't do certain things. So I am driving up to Spokane in the middle of a COVID crisis, and I'm going to be taking care of her. So I just let you guys know that, because I will do my best to put the videos up. And I don't know what I'm getting into until I get there. But I will do my best, and please be flexible with me. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.